You know, I hate to admit it, right? I hate to say it, but I love reality TV. I feel like it's just so soothing. You know, when you're just watching it and you get immersed in everything that's happening, that's me. I'm literally arguing with you like, yeah, why did you say that? Why did you do that? Well, The Real Housewives of Lagos returned for an unforgettable third season, premiered on DSTV and GoTV on the 12th of January 2025. Now, this season, there's a lot of things to spotlight. The glamorous and dramatic lives of Lagos elite, featuring the housewives for this season, Carolyna Hutchings, Laura Ikeji, Miriam Timmer. We know them, we love them. But then there are a couple of new people that I'd say I really want to get to know. I'm not going to say anything yet because, you know, still new, still settling in. Dabota Lawson, Diadem Adeyemi, and Sophia Momodu bring in fresh perspectives on the show. Now, I am joined right now by one of the housewives who I'm so happy is back on the show, Carolyna Hutchings. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's been such a journey, I would say. You've stuck with them. You were not in season 2. Mm-hmm. You did season 1, mm-hmm. and now you're back on season 3. Mm-hmm. So where was the headspace you were in when you left and the headspace you were in when you returned?
So when I left, I think I was just overwhelmed. That was my first reality TV show. Literally, this is my first reality TV show. My first time. It's completely different from acting. Because you're not acting a character, you're being your true self. Mm-hmm. And so I think I was just a bit overwhelmed by everything. And in season 1, we had a lot, literally everyone was an alpha female.
Yes.
And a boss CEO, they came with their A game. And it's completely different also from working in an organization where, you know, you have to build a team and go through the 4 stages, which is the forming, the storming, the numbing, and the performing. Mm-hmm. And you just had a lot of clashes here and there. I was really overwhelmed and I just needed a break. And I'm glad I took that break because when I took that break, I was able to see better what I needed to do and the direction I needed to take for myself. And yeah, I'm back and I'm happy I'm back.
Now, for the show, based on your experience, you know, like you rightly said, everyone on the show for season 1, alpha females, strong personalities. Everyone has been through things in their lives that have shaped them and who they are. So it's very odd for someone to come and tell you what you already know. It's like, who you think you're talking to? Sure. But I also noticed that there was that tussle for almost everyone to want to be. Because in a pack, there's an alpha.
Yes.
It's not possible. When you have a wolf pack and...
There has to be a leader.
There has to be a leader. Otherwise, they will fight to know who the leader is. There must be a leader. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about that tussle, which played out in all the rivalries and the arguments that we saw.
Talking about what, sorry?
Like the tussle, the fact that, you know, every single person brought their A game, like you said, and everybody came out with their alpha personality. So talk to me about that...
Oh, that tussle of trying to be the queen bee.
Exactly, being the queen. It was queen mother. That was a term that was so popular in season 1.
It was, well, queen mother based on Auntie Yabo being the fact that she's the oldest. Mm-hmm, so we did see her as a queen mother, as a one to always run to when we have issues. As you know, yeah, she would always put everybody in check. But talking about Queen Bee, who wants to wear the crown,
so they're different.
I didn't know that there was a special crown, actually. So
that there was.
For me, I felt everyone came with a crown, and everyone still has a crown on their head. But I didn't know that there had to be a tussle to who would be the most popular, who would be the favorites, and everything. So I think that was one of the reasons why I was just overwhelmed, because for me, when I came on the platform, I just wanted to meet like minds. Get to know women of like minds, what they've been through, how they were able to conquer all their traumas and all their trials and tribulations, and learn from them business-wise, create relationships, very healthy ones, and if possible, you know, just learn literally. But it was a whole lot of drama, it was too much. And I took a step back, and it's still what it is. You wouldn't blame, it's like you have like 6 women coming in a group, and you wouldn't actually fault them for how they behave. Because these women, in their homes, in their offices, they are the CEO, they are the bosses. Yeah. And they've gone through so much in life. They have weathered the storm by themselves. They have been able to build walls based on their experiences. And now you're coming into a group and someone just wants to come and take the crown from them and tell them what to do. So definitely there'll be frictions somewhere, frictions here and there. And taking a break from season 2 made me to understand where these women are coming from. So when I came back for season 3, I said to myself, I would rather look at these women from where they are coming from and not where they are now. Because I'm coming from somewhere. I have healed a lot of wounds. I have gone through my traumas. I've been able to set my boundaries and limitations and create this, life for myself. This is how I want my life to be. This is what I'm going to let into my space and what I'm not going to let into my space. And if you have that for yourself, you also have to look at these women in that way. Do you understand? So definitely there'll be issues. And getting to meet the women for the first time, when you get to meet each other for the first time, there will always be that issue, trying to understand each other and all. But along the line, I believe maybe after season 6, everything would die down. Everybody would know that in their own right, they are royalties.
It's interesting you'd say that, because I look at you and I find that a lot of people know you, but they don't really know you. They know you on the screen. They know you on the gram. They know the glam. They know the glitz. What are some experiences you would say, with respect to what you just mentioned, some experiences you'd say shape the person that you are? What are some values as well that you would say you hold dear as a result of these experiences?
So as a mixed race living in Nigeria who was brought up by her grandmom, I faced a lot of racism as a mixed race. The color of my skin and the texture of my hair was a problem for me in school. I was bullied all through school, starting from primary school till secondary school. So I had to literally learn how to defend myself. Now, going into an organization, a working organization, there was also the racism as well. And I'm such a scholar. I have an MBA, an MSc in international law. I have a lot of professional certificates from Lagos Business School.
Law, that's major.
And yes, from Unilag. I have loads of certificates. I actually have a doctorate degree as well. So when you speak and you're a beautiful woman and you're a mixed race, you tend to get bashed. So in this society, I went through that. And then my marriage, unfortunately, I'm a divorced woman. I didn't pray for that. I had to also face the stigmatization of that as well. Even from the marriage itself, it was a lot of bashing on social media and all. And I had to, build a thick skin for myself, Then after the marriage, another drama. And then during my work and everything, working, the tussle, the competition and everything. So for me, really, it's, I've been able to learn from people and learn about myself. And before, yes, I could be very unforgiving. I wouldn't take accountability. But I went through a phase in my life where I had to say to myself, not a lot of people know me, just like you have said. Not a lot of people know my story, know what I have been through in my life. And sometimes I do not react intentionally to things. It's actually from the place I am coming from. So when you begin to see these women as such, that some reaction is not coming from a place that they hate you or they dislike you. It's from what they have been through in their past and how they have been able to shape themselves. That way you're literally forgiven. That way you're very quick to be accountable for whatever you've done to anyone. So for me, that is how I see people now. That is how I view people now based on my experiences and how my personal life, how I want people to see me as well.
Why do you think, for some people, like for instance with Laura, it's hard to let go of certain things? Because you've just rightly said you are a forgiving person. And I can understand that because when you go through certain things in life, you just find that there's no point holding on to certain things. Like some people will say things to you, you will say things to them as well. But why do you think some people find it hard to let go?
So for Laura, I'm glad you brought up Laura. I would like to clear the air concerning Laura. First and foremost, Laura was the first person to bring her sister up on the show in season 1. So I remember when we all went to the beach, she said she couldn't come because, something happened. She was occupied. And I remember we all had an amazing time at the beach. No one spoke of Laura. But to be fair on the ladies, I'm not really speaking to one or two of the ladies, but I'm still defending. No one mentioned Laura's sister at the beach. Not one single person. So I was shocked when we left the beach, we came back, to shoot the next scene. And I was hearing that Laura said, I spoke of her sister and she was going to slap me. First and foremost, when she realized she was wrong, she never took accountability for that. And I remember during the time I was hosting them, it put me in a place where I had to talk about my daughter, which I didn't want to talk about because that's her private life. And even when Laura heard me talking about my daughter and what had transpired between myself and her sister, which I still have emails to back it up, she never showed empathy whatsoever and she never apologized. But It went on and on. Before Laura and I had our misunderstanding and that whole drama, it was like 2 months in.
Okay.
Yes. What people do not, so when you watch the show, you just watch episode 1, 2, 13. You don't know that we actually shoot for like 4 months. So I tolerated quite a lot. A lot of people tolerated quite a lot. In season 1, Laura wasn't the best person in season 1. Tony had issues with her, Iyabo had issues with her, Chioma had issues with her. We all had issues with her because she could come into a space this minute and she'll start frowning and giving out, and you just don't know what the problem is. So I want to believe that she was going through something at that point in time. Now, accountability for me does not mean that you're weak. It just shows a form of growth at the end of the day. I wouldn't know why Laura would not want to be accountable for her actions, and that's really up to her. But I said to myself, coming in season 3, if she ever comes back, I would take accountability for my words and my actions. Not because I feel I am weak, not because I feel like she's better than me or she won the case. No, it's not about winning here. It's about me being a grown woman, a mother, knowing that what I said to this woman was really hurtful. And I know she said her husband is Igbo and she's married, but I am divorced and I have kids. If you can't tolerate things, then don't dish it out. You understand? You can't say because you're married, it's okay for you to say damning things to people. And when the person responds, you remember that you are married. My kids, in all the whole cast, I think, with all the whole cast, apart from Tony and Auntie Yabo when they were around, my kids are the oldest as well. So my kids are older than Miriam's daughter. My first son is almost 18. And they can read, they can surf the internet. And it's quite embarrassing to them, do you understand, to see all these things. But in season 3, I just said to myself, you know what, I don't want to go through this lane again. I want to release myself from whatever hurt it is. I want to own up to what I said. I want to bury the hatchet. I want to show you that, you know what, maybe you're coming from somewhere that I can't see. But I want you to know that we all are not the same. So whatever you must have been through somewhere, this group that is just made up of 6 women, we will find a way to communicate and communicate. This group, I want to thank Showmax, really, and Live Sports for creating the show, because if I ever knew what team formation was before, now I know better.
You understand what
it is like Squid Game, literally. I'm not going to lie.
That's intense.
Yeah.
That is intense.
You are in a group with people that you probably don't want to see, but you just have to see them. You have to be able to manage the situation, communicate, and find a balance. So for Laura, I think Laura is going to come around.
You think she owes you an apology as well?
Laura does owe me an apology, because you can't say I was sleeping around with small boys. That was why I was kicked out of my home. You were not there, and you were the first person to make that statement. You can't say you're going to slap me because of your sister, and I didn't say anything about your sister, so you brought your sister on the show. I was just wondering where that came from, and you never apologized. So she owes me an apology, but am I going to hit on it? No, I'm not going to do that. I've moved past it. I would always wish her well. I would always support her business. I would always be there for her if she needs me. And anytime she feels that, you know what, I think I was wrong, and she wants to come around, I'm here, you know.
In your capacity, you know, how do you feel when people talk about you? In the fact that I feel like there's certain people that are used to certain insults already. You know, for you, I feel like people always want to poke at things they feel will hurt you. Like there's certain things, like the marriage is a recurring conversation. It comes up every time someone is not a fan. And it keeps coming and because really, I think of all the insults I can imagine that have come at you, that is the major, no one would say she's ugly or she's not fine, or, you know, the people want to insult you with what they believe to be your weakness. Is that actually a weakness for you?
It's not a weakness, it's a weakness for them, really. But prior to now, when I was married, I used to cry myself. Like I would lock myself up in the room and cry, because I'm not a perfect person. I have my flaws, but I am the kindest person you would ever meet. I go all out for women. And regardless of our differences, I want every woman around me to win at the end of the day. So when I see some things written about me, I take a step back, like, this can't be me. Even I've left my marriage, it's been like 7 years now. I still can't drink water. I'm still, okay, now it's like, oh, she still wants the man, you know, the man is taking care of her, or she's after small boys. And it's really sad for me that you choose to believe or push out a narrative before you even get to know me.
Can I ask a question? We just saw a marriage on another reality show. A woman got married. What is there like a? Because I think for me, when I see an older man with a younger woman, and the age bracket sometimes is 20 years, 25 years, we celebrate that. Mm-hmm. Why is being with a younger boy an insult? Is it like a thing?
I don't know. I don't know. People would always find something to insult you. There are so many young boys that are very mature. Yes, in their ways. And there are so many older men that are immature.
Exactly.
So it all depends on your preference. It's about the person. Mm-hmm. If you meet someone who is matured, who respects you, you know, I don't have a problem with that. Mm-hmm. It's what I like might not be what you like. Does the person respect you? Is the person financially stable? Does he have his head on his shoulders at the end of the day? Is he above 20 or is she above 20?
It's illegal.
It's legal. It's illegal. This is the first and foremost.
It's illegal.
So we are very judgmental and we forget to look into our own cupboard. We like to poke at people, forgetting that we have our own issues.
Skeletons.
Our own skeletons.
Are you open to finding that kind of love again? That endless love that Mark Anthony would sing about in I Need You, from the day that I met you, girl. That endless love. Are you open to finding that again? Or would you say that that's not really your thing right now?
I'm a lover.
You're wearing red.
Yes, I am. I'm going to say this. I'm a lover, and I strongly believe in love. I want to settle down again, by the way. I want to have a home as well, because I want to be able to laugh with someone when I'm wrinkled and old and gossip, regardless of the amount of money, whether there's, you know, I just want to be happy. I want to, you know, travel around the world with a partner, you know that this is my best friend. So yes, I am praying for it, and I know God is going to bless me because He always does.
He always does.
So I believe strongly in love, and for me, any single lady out there, any divorced woman, whatever happens, just go for what makes you happy at the end of the day. And Lagos is not the only place. Just travel around the world.
For real, I think that's a very important point. Lagos is not the only place.
Travel around the world, explore.
Very important. Now, with everything that you've said, I'm looking at the show. We're just in 3. We're just in episode 3. And when you look at the women coming on the show, what is your greatest hope for them based on your experience?
My greatest hope for them is that they are real.
Yeah.
And they don't take everything too personal. So that was a mistake. I will use myself as an example. I made in season 1. I went too personal on it, and, you know, back and forth, Twitter, Instagram, and everything. And really and truly, I'm not going to lie, I miss every single cast from season 1. Aww. I really, really, really do. I told Miriam that. I told Sophia. I think I told Laura. I miss everyone from season 1, because what I would have loved was everyone come together, continue the storyline. And if we're going to add other amazing women, we just add. Yeah. And we just turn out to be one big, crazy family. Do you understand? So for the new cast, Sophia, Dabuta, and Diola, I just hope that they see beyond their nose and say that there will be drama, there will be conflicts of interest, there will be a lot of things going on. You have alpha females everywhere. Someone is going to ruffle your feathers. Someone is going to tempt you, taunt you. Someone is going to defend themselves. Someone is going to be like, who is this? Mm-hmm. But just know that we still have like season 100 to go. And I hope that you won't wake up one morning just like I did in season 1 and say you don't want to come back again. Mm-hmm. I told the ladies that actually before now. I said, whatever happens, you must continue what you started. This is an amazing platform for every single woman. It gives you an opportunity to speak your truth and live your truth. So
global audience.
No one is writing your truth for you. Mm-hmm. You can make your mistakes on the show and rewrite your story. Whatever happens, you don't need to be perfect. Mm-mm. Perfect people are not fun people. At the end of the day, your flaws makes you a beautiful work of art. Yeah. So when you come in this season and you didn't do well, you correct your mistakes in the next season and you give it your very best. And it's on and on. This season you could be a villain. The next season you could be the angel. Mm-hmm. Whatever happens, you must know the platform that you're on. It's an amazing platform for our brands as well. for our companies, for whatever we're doing. And it's also a way where you get to, strengthen yourself as a CEO.
Exactly.
Exactly. And get to meet other women, get to learn from them, get to build business relationships with them. And most importantly, like I said earlier, rewrite your story. That's what I would like the women, Diola, Sophia, and Dabota to see.
And I really am looking forward to that. I mean, it's like I said, it's still relatively early, but you said you missed a lot of people from season 1. Are you in touch with the women? Do you guys talk? I mean, you're with Laura now, but I know Chioma didn't come back, Toyin didn't come back, Iyabojo didn't come back. Who else didn't come back? Miriam is back.
Miriam is back from season 1.
From
yes.
season 1.
Miriam
so
is
those
back.
3 women, basically.
Yes,
so are
yes.
you like in touch with them? I mean, not like it's necessary because I know it's not like you have to be besties off the show. But is there a cordial relationship?
So I do know that I settled things with Toyin, and then Sophia. Sophia, when she says this, she's going to laugh. Sophia is the ambassador for peace. Ambassador. Sophia wants everybody to be at peace with one another. So she tried to intervene between myself and Auntie Yabo. And that went well. And she's been trying her best with Chioma as well. I hold nothing against any of these women. Like I said, I do miss them and I wish they could come back to the show. And, just one big, crazy, happy family. So, yes, I'm in touch with we don't talk every day. But I just know that we are in a place where even if we come back again, we will be able to ride the
and if
boat.
you saw each other outside, it wouldn't be like daggers.
No, not at all. So we are all mature. We've watched the show. We've seen our mistakes. We've learned.
Yes.
And it's been 3 years, literally.
Can I shock you? I saw a statement. I mean, I need to go into the full context, and that's what led to this question. About, I think it was Dabota talking about meeting Laura on the show, and Laura was like, "Oh, we know each other, but how come we never say hello?"
I think it's Chioma.
It was Chioma?
Yeah, it was Chioma,
and then
season 1.
It was like, and then there's this thing I hear about Lagos, where you could go outside and I know you know me, but if you don't come say hello to me, I'm not coming to say hello to you. And I'm like, I thought this was a Gen Z thing. Is this like a thing that we do now? Like if you don't, and then if you say hello sometimes, you're looked at as a fan.
Should I bust a bubble?
Please.
I think Gen Zs are more friendly. Millennials, we have drama.
What?
Yes, I'm a millennial. We have drama. We have plenty drama.
Oh, wow.
We have plenty drama. Gen Zs are fun-loving.
Yeah.
They are just the vibe. Millennials are the ones that will go out. You didn't greet me yesterday, so I'm not greeting you today. Millennials are the ones that will be like, what bag is she carrying? Is this the latest from the runway? We just have drama. And it spices everything up.
Does.
But if you say Gen Z, they just want to have fun.
Yeah.
They're just happy-go-lucky people, really. They're just moving with the train, literally. And our own is we pause, we look. So yes, it happens in Lagos.
Okay, good to know. Yeah. I mean, that's great to know, Carolyna. This has been a really insightful conversation, and I'm so impressed with your honesty and fluidity with answering everything that I've put to you, because clearly they say when something no longer has control over you, it's a lot easier for you to talk about it.
Sure.
And I can tell that a lot of the things that people think have controlled you really have no control over you, because you talk about it so easily, and I'm sure there are a lot of women that can also learn from your experience. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you so
much. And congratulations on coming back. We're looking forward to the entire season and everything that it comes with. This season, I feel like you're going to be the peacemaker.
Me?
You. Okay, that laugh might not, I feel like despite all of this, you're still Carolyna. And you are still spicy.
I am still a sweetheart.
And you're still gonna shake things
up. My middle finger is always higher in the air. But I'm still But you know what? This season, everybody should take a chill pill. We just started, and I know everyone is complaining. It's episode 3. What's going on? The drama. The drama is coming.
Please, when does it? I have to be honest to say that I said the same. I'm like, listen, this.
I'm not going to tell you, but fasten your seatbelt. The drama is coming.
Oh, no.
I might just be the witch for the season. I don't know.
Is it that you used to choose? You're like, I'm going to be a witch today. No, I'm going to be an angel tomorrow.
But I am here for as long as it takes. So you're going to keep seeing this face season after season.
Well, we love it. I don't think we're ever going to get tired of it, quite honestly. I mean, everyone's waiting to see that drama. And just have something to talk about, because I think that right now that's the challenge. There isn't a lot.
The drama is coming.
It's like, where is it? Who's the walaye? We need to know.
The tornado is coming.
It is, right? Thank you so much for joining me on Arise 360.